Hi everyone, I hope you are all doing well and welcome to the MasterCAM the complete course. So here we are going to start the module number 3, which is all about the general design. Actually we can say that we are getting into the 3D designing, because as you know that the MasterCAM is also a complete tool of 3D designing and modeling. So we have covered two modules. First module is all about the introduction, and the second module is all about the 2D design and toolpath. Now let's get further into 3D modeling. The third module is all about the 3D design. So we are going to discuss the 3D tools in the MasterCAM. So here we have 5 topics in this module. We are going to cover one by one. The first topic is all about the design and general overview and 9 tools. And the second topic is all about the alternative methods of geometry creation. So we have discussed in module number 2 about the 2D wireframe methods and tools to create 2D lines and geometries. So first we are going to discuss all these 2D designs and then convert into 3D modeling using this method. Okay, now the third topic is all about the levels and creating circular geometry, and the fourth topic, which is the most important topic, is all about the introduction to solids and solid extrude and additional solid features and some fillets and chamfers we are going to apply on our geometry, 3D geometry. And the last topic is all about the model prep tools. So we're going to discuss all these 5 topics in the module number 3 and the top. Let's get started. So I have already opened the MasterCAM software, and let's get to know about the solids tab. Okay. So what you see over here is the home tab and the wireframe tab, then the surfacing tab. The surface tool is also being used in the MasterCAM. You can create 2D or 3D surfaces here. Okay, and here we have the solid tab. So here we create 3D geometries. Okay, so in the module number 2 we have discussed the wireframe tab, and we use the different tools like the circle tool, arcs and fillets, lines and rectangle. We create simple geometries, use the trim tool to delete the entities and fillets, and some offsets we have applied. And in the solid tab we're going to use the different solid extrude commands, revolve command, loft sweep command, some combination commands like when we are going to add or remove the two solid objects. Okay, creating a whole command and a rectangular pattern and circular pattern. We're going to use all these one by one. Okay, so let me give you a demo how we're going to use these all tools. So first thing first, we should have to apply some 2D. First of all, we have to create a 2D geometry, then we have to convert into 3D. Let me show you. For example, so this is very important that you should have a good command on the 2D geometry tools. Okay, and as you see that we first covered the 2D wireframe geometry in the module number 2, and then we move further to module number 3, which is all about the solid modeling. So let's get started. I'm going to create simple geometry. So simple geometry, let's get select the rectangle, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a rectangle at the center of the plane. Okay, let me select center and go to view and show some axis. Okay, here, and what I'm going to give this width of 25 millimeter and the height, let me give the width 50 millimeter and the height is give me 15 millimeters. Okay. So what we're going to see is that we create a rectangle geometry having 50 millimeter width. Let me go and give some dimensions shown on the, select the drafting tab and click on the smart dimension to give dimension here. Okay. So here and here. So the dimension is 15 millimeter here, and we have the dimension over. If you see that dimension, we have the 50 millimeter here, but it's not 50, it's 50 inches. So we have selected the inch system here. You can go to file and go to configuration and change the change these units measurements in millimeters. Okay, or you can select your current configure file into millimeters or metric system. So we have two system, inch system and metric system. You can select metric system. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. So this is what we have created the two geometry, and if you are going to create and do it again, let me do this again. Go to wireframe, click on the rectangle, click anchor and create a geometry. Okay, so the width is I'm going to make it 300 millimeter in width and the height is 100 millimeter. Okay, so we get the go to drafting and gives dimensions over here. Okay. So we have 100 millimeter dimensions over here. Select this point and this point. Okay. So we got. Now what I'm going to do is I want to make it solid. So this is a 2D wireframe and I want it solid. So what I'm going to do is I'm just click on the solid and I want just to create it solid using a simple command which is called the extrude command. This extrude command is mostly common in all 3D softwares. Like if I talk about this SolidWorks, it is same as here. This command is used in SolidWorks also and named it as a extrude command. And in other 3D modeling softwares like Creo and CATIA or Pro-E engineering software, this command is same. We called it extrude. Extrude means to extend the size. Okay, so what this do, it will make it solid. And here we have the wireframe chaining manager, but we have to select our geometry using the chaining manager. Okay, so just click. I have selected the selection method using the chain. It has already selected the geometry. And now, so what do you see over here? It just create a solid part. But what you have to do is you have to give some dimensions, what thickness you want to create. So here you see that its name is extrude. You can either give a name like rectangle. Okay, so whatever you want to give a name, you can just click and give name. And here we have the chain where what you have selected. Okay, so you can either reverse your chain to upward or downward direction by clicking on this reverse, up and down. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, and what about the thickness? So its thickness is 50 millimeter. You can change your thickness according to what you want, according to your geometry, according to your design, or according to your specification requirements. Let me show you that if I'm going to change it 50 millimeter, 51 millimeter, 53, you can make it 100 millimeter. Okay, so it makes 100 millimeter in downward direction. Okay, and we have further option here like both direction. So what is this option gonna do? It will make 100 millimeter in downward and in upward direction. Okay, so this is what you see over here. This 100 millimeter in the upward direction and 100 millimeter in the downward direction. So this is how we can create solid, simple solid objects over here. Okay, so I have created a solid piece out of 2D wireframe geometry. And now what we're going to do is you can create apply some fillets over here and chamfers around this corner and this corner. It's very simple. For example, so what you see over here, we have the constant fillet. Okay, so if you want to create a fillet, you can just click on here, and what I'm going to do is, this is a selection method. You can either select the corner, or you can select the whole body, or you can select the face which you want to create a fillet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the corner. So this corner, I want to make fillets. Okay, and how much radius you want here? So here we'll see that it's 1 millimeter in radius. You can change the radius according to your design. Let me give this 10 millimeters. So it creates 10 millimeter fillet over here. Let me increase to 20 millimeter. That's it. So this is how we can create simple 3D geometries here. And what we're going to do is we can create chamfer. Okay, so 2 distance chamfer we have selected, and I'm going to select this corner. Hello, just okay. For example, let me select 1 distance chamfer, and I'm going to select this corner, and let me move here and this corner. Okay, so here we have to select the distance, how much distance you want. Let me give the 10 millimeter, and it gives 10 millimeter chamfer here. You can select another, or you can add more edges here. Let me select this edge also. Okay, so it create chamfer at an angle of 45 or another degree, and makes 10 millimeter distance chamfer around the edges. Okay, and now this is, we have created a simple 3D model. And if you want to create more model, just go to wireframe, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to select a hole over here and create a hole at the center, make a diameter of 50 millimeter, click OK, and go to solid, extrude. Okay, so if you want to create another body, you can create another body, or if you want to create a hole inside this, you can select cut body. Okay, So this is how we can create. So if you want to create a body, new body, solid body, you can select create body and select the chaining method or selection method, making it reverse or in the upward or in downward direction. Okay, so in downward direction it creates like this, or in upward direction it makes like this. Or if you want to create a cut body, you select the cut body and it will definitely cut the hole through all. Okay, so it's distance about 100 millimeter. Okay, or you can select through all option to make it through all to the whole body. Okay, so this option we mostly select if we want to create a hole through all. Okay, so we create a hole at the center of the rectangular. So we use a simple 2D wireframe commands, and then we applied the solid, some extrude command and fillet and chamfer command, and we create a hole at the center using the extrude command. This is a simple overview how we can create a 3D model geometry in the MasterCAM, and in the next upcoming video lecture, we're going to discuss about how we can create a circular geometry and how we can create a levels and we can create levels and layers. Okay, so what you see over here is a solid tab, and what we have applied the features will be shown over here. So first we create the rectangle. Then we applied the constant radius around these corners, and then we have created the one distance chamfer. So what commands you have applied on this solid piece, a single solid piece, will be shown over here. Okay, and then we have used the extrude command to cut here, and that's it. This is the stop. That no further commands have been applied over here. Okay, and then recent functions, you will see all the recent functions you have clicked and applied. For example, I just configure and make the inches into millimeter system, then some delete entities. All these features recently you applied will be shown here. And the solid features, or we can say that this is a solid manager area where you can see all the solid features you have applied during creating a geometry. Okay, so I hope you understand how the solid modeling works and how we can create a solid geometry in the MasterCAM. As you know that MasterCAM is a complete tool for CAD modeling and CAM modeling. So we have the 2D designing features here, we have the surfaces command here, we have the solid command and the model prep tools over here. So we can definitely change all these things using the model prep. For example, if you want to move this geometry, you can move this. If you want to push pull things, you can just click and push pull things here. Okay, so actually all these tools are used for creating or editing. We can just direct editing tools is used here in the model prep tools, whether we are going to move the solid object into a region or creating some chamfers around the edges or fillets around the edges. So we directly use the direct editing tools to create all these things. So hopefully you understand, and stay tuned. Thank you very much.